Good morning, everyone. We'll now begin the opening ceremony of APASL 2024 Kyoto, the Asian Pacific Association for the Study of the Liver 33rd Annual Meeting. Thank you for joining us today. Now, we'd like to show the history of APASL.
APASL 2024 Kyoto, the center of hepatology. Ever since its inception in 1978, APASL has stuck to its goal of advancing hepatology. APASL's main objectives are to promote the latest scientific advancements and education, facilitate the exchange of information and the development of consensus, encourage the practice of medicine, and coordinate scientific studies. We hold scientific educational symposia and conferences periodically. Our events feature expert speakers who present the latest data on various topics, followed by various supporting programs. Each of our events is intended to meet the growing demands of hepatology and offers participants the right platform to exchange research, discuss outcomes, and interact with colleagues. Mentoring, sharing knowledge, and dedication to professional growth and development are among the core values of APASL and its members.
Welcome to APASL 2024 Kyoto. We are delighted to be hosting this prestigious event from March 27th to 31st, amid the breathtaking beauty of Kyoto's cherry blossoms in full bloom.
APASL 2024 Kyoto is the second APASL annual meeting held in Kyoto. The first annual meeting in Kyoto was organized by Professor Masao Omata in 2007. The meeting was excellent with 2,937 participants and 1,514 free papers from 65 countries. Additionally, we hosted the APASL annual meeting in 2016 in Tokyo with Professor Osamu Yokosuka serving as the president. The meeting was a great success, attracting 4,105 participants and featuring 1,505 free papers from 79 countries. Day 1, Wednesday, the 27th, starts with the postgraduate course and the APASL AASLD Young Investigator Workshop. On Thursday, the 28th, Day 2, we will discuss hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and MAFLD. Day 3, Friday the 29th, focuses on hepatocellular carcinoma. As we approach Day 4, Saturday the 30th, attention shifts to ACLF, portal hypertension, and the biliary tract. Finally, Day 5, Sunday the 31st, is for open public lectures. But it's not all work and no play. Join us for a buffet-style welcome reception on Day 3, Friday the 29th. Indulge in delicious cuisine, immerse yourself in art, and bask in the beauty of Kyoto's cherry blossoms as we celebrate knowledge and culture in this historic city.
We wish you a most pleasant stay in Kyoto. We hope you will take home not only cutting-edge information in the field of hepatology, but also many rewarding memories from the conference. Thank you very much for your participation. So, welcome to Japan. Welcome to Kyoto. I'm Dr. Shuichiro Shina, the president of APASL. It is a great pleasure for us to host this prestigious meeting, APASL 2024 Kyoto. 2024 Kyoto is the 33rd annual meeting of the Asian Pacific Association for the Study of the Liver. And this is also the second annual meeting of APASL in Kyoto. The first one was organized by Professor Omata 17 years ago. And with these excellent histories, we anticipate even greater success for APASL 2024 Kyoto. So APASL is primarily responsible for the Asian Pacific region. And the Asian Pacific region has the world's largest population, and 70% of the liver disease patients are concentrated in this region. So APASL should play a pivotal role, not only in the Asian Pacific region, but also in the world. Viral hepatitis and liver cancers remain the most critical problems in hepatology. Viral hepatitis affects more than 400 million people globally, and the leading cause of liver cirrhosis and liver cancer. Viral hepatitis claims over 1.4 million lives annually, exceeding HIV virus and malaria. Thus, APASL will cooperate with other hepatology societies, organizations, patient groups, pharmaceutical and healthcare companies, and other stakeholders to eliminate viral hepatitis and liver cancer. We aim for APASL 2024 Kyoto to be the final step toward the elimination of viral hepatitis and liver cancer. Besides exchanging the scientific information, so APASL 2024 Kyoto will be a good opportunity to see old friends and to meet new ones after the COVID-19 pandemic. APASL 2024 Kyoto prepares a social event that will enable you to see various people. And we are sorry for the cherry blossoms. At this time of the year, we usually have the cherry blossoms in almost full bloom. But, and actually, in January and February, we really afraid that the cherry blossom blooms would bloom and fall before the conferences. However, because of the cold weather in March, cherry blossom blooming has been delayed. But we'd like you to have a most pleasant stay in Japan and in Kyoto, and we'd like you to take home many rewarding memories of the conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Shina. Now, we'd like to welcome Professor Shibukuma Sarin, the chairman of the APASL Steering Committee. Professor Sarin, please.
Welcome. On behalf of the steering committee of the APASL, I am privileged. The steering committee consists of all the past presidents And this is the uniqueness of apostle, so that those who have held the position, the highest position as president, we do not let them go. We continue to have their advice. So the steering committee consists of people who have given their time, emotions, efforts in developing hepatology. And therefore, it's a privilege to work as one of the members of the steering committee. On behalf of the whole steering committee, we welcome the delegates. We welcome all our distinguished speakers from overseas to Kyoto. Thank you, the Sheena team and Dr. Omata and Yokosuka's team for making this happen. I remember 17 years ago, this hall had Kyoto 2007, then we had Tokyo 2016, and now 2024, again, the Kyoto meeting. Japanese are great hosts, and they are great organizers, a very nice scientific program, and of course, the highest number of abstracts, 2,300 plus. A big round of applause to you. The other important thing is Hepatology International, which is the lead journal of Apostle. We are very privileged that we are getting so many now submissions. Politely, the acceptance rate is only 9%. Probably it is the toughest journal now to get a publication. And it is all because of efforts by good original articles and reviews. So I encourage each one of you to also submit to Hepatology International. On behalf of the whole team, we also congratulate our meeting for Beijing 2025 to Dr. Wei Lai and the team there. And one more time, welcome to Kyoto on behalf of all the steering committee members. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Saling. Next, I'd like to ask Professor Masao Omata, Honorary President of APASL 2024 Kyoto and the past President of APASL 2007 Kyoto, to make his address.
Good morning. I'm Masao Mata. I still remember that 17 years ago, there was an excitement in Kyoto. That's why we tried to have the same meeting in Kyoto. Fortunately enough, just as Dr. Shibusari mentioned, there are 2,300 abstracts submitted, which is substantially the biggest numbers we ever had. Other thing is that we had a difficult time in the COVID. We cannot meet each other physically, but these occasions, we can get together, we shake hands, we hug each other. I think this is wonderful. In fact, in the recent years of Japanese international meeting, maybe this is the biggest audience came to Japan during these 4 years. So I really appreciate the organizing committees, scientific committees, steering committee members behind the scene. And I think this is just a beginning. And then George said this morning, we have a lot of patients in Asia. So we have to work out for the sake of the patient. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Omata. Next, another honorary president of APASL 2024 Kyoto, Professor Osamu Yokosuka, who is the past president of APASL 2016 Tokyo, will give his address. Professor Yokosuka, please.
Good morning, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Yokosuka from Chiba, as introduced by, I was former president of APASU 2016 Tokyo. And it is a pleasure to welcome you all to APASU 2024 Kyoto. and the Center of Hepatology. And this is organized by the Professor Sheena's leadership. And it is so nice to meet you here face to face after 3 to 4 years of mainly web meeting. And it is delightful to meet old friends coming from distant countries. And it is also wonderful to learn novel knowledge from friends for the treatment of the patients with liver diseases and practice the skills for the patients. There are so many patients suffering from liver diseases in Asian Pacific region. And so it is estimated more than 75% of the patients with liver disease is in Asian Pacific region. And it is therefore, APARSUR has an important role for the promotion of study of liver diseases in conjunction with AASLD, EASL, and ALE, and other sister and brother meetings, societies. We really appreciate the international and national hepatologists who raised their hand and contributed to make the scientific program of this meeting. We really appreciate their kindness. In the program of this meeting, the up-to-date information and cutting-edge lectures and state-of-art lectures by eminent researchers are scheduled. More than 2,300 abstracts were submitted, and on various liver diseases such as MAFLD, Hep B, Hep C, and ACLF, and so on. It is a pleasure to have so many attendees in this meeting, and we are proud of this. And there must be sincere and eager discussions on these subjects. Please enjoy the meeting, and after the hot discussion, please relax and enjoy the stay in Kyoto, ancient capital of Japan. Many old temples, shrines, delicious foods are waiting for you. March is the time for cherry blossom in Kyoto, usually, but it will also welcome you probably this weekend. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Yokosuka. Now, we'd like to introduce our Society's steering committee members. Professor Sivakumar Salim. Professor Jose Solano. Professor Masao Omata. Professor Dong Jin Soo. Professor George Lau. Professor Ji Dongjia. Professor Tirha Piradisas. Professor Tirha Piradisas. Professor Jia Hong Kao. Professor A. Kadir Dogmex. Professor Osamu Yokosuka. Professor Jin Ling Ho. Professor Brajesh Chandra Sharma. Professor Diana A. Payawal. Professor Rino Gani. Professor Tawask Tangwandi. Professor Han Chiem Lin. Professor Lai Wei. Professor Shina. Professor Lai Wei. Please give a big round of applause to committee members. Please go back to your seat. Thank you very much. So now it's a further opportunities to please make a line. Thank you very much. Please give a big Round of applause again. Thank you very much. And go back to your seat. Please go back to your seat. Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to introduce the APASL Executive Council members. Professor Mano Kumar Sharma, Professor Gulnara Agahayaba, Professor Chun Jen Liu, Professor Mamun Al-Mahatab, Professor Lakihi Maiwao, Professor Yoshiyuki Ueno, Professor Sang-Hoo Ahn, Professor Elizabeth Powell, Professor Jen Zhou. Please give them a big round of applause. Now we'd like to introduce the representatives of the sister societies. Professor Ray Kim, the president of AASLD, the American Association for the Study of the Liver Disease. Professor Garcia Castella, the president of ALE, the Latin American Association for the Study of the Liver. Professor Alexander Krag, the Secretary General of EASL, the European Association for the Study of the Liver. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Now we close the opening ceremony and we'll start the next session. For the next session, we will rearrange the stage, so just a moment, please.
We will soon begin the next session. Please wait for a moment.